Today's the 18th and we just left. And that's the radio, somebody else is coming in. There's the rocks, which are very celebrated at the Lagos entrance. And there's the sandy beaches. We're going left, or port for you sailors. And, oh yeah, finger in front, port to you sailors. And we're going to stop at Olear, which is near Faro. This is Aloha, O-L-H-A-O. It's the 18th of July. We anchored there for one night. It's the islands in front of Faro. It's about 10 to 3 on the 17th. And we're approaching the anchorage in Aloha, that's it. And down there is Faro Airport to the right, around that side. But it's quite misty, as you can see. There's a red buoy, and we're about 4 minutes away from the anchorage, which I can see some boats in now. The next day we made our way down to Ayamonte, which is the Guadiana River between Portugal and Spain. We spent the night there. Right, we're entering the Guadiana River here, and to the right is Spain, to the left is Portugal. That's the marina, the tidal marina of Portugal there, and there's the marina Ayamonte. Right, now for some reason they've got a space, but it looks like on the chart we can anchor behind that, so we're going to have a look. There is another anchorage outside, which may be alright in the winds. Anyway, we're on our way. There's a pilot boat and some bigger ships here too. Or bigger fishing boats and so on. This is the early morning now in Ayamonte you're looking at. It's dawn is just starting now, so you couldn't get better than that. It's leaving the Guadiana River, the border between Spain and Portugal, and there's Milan, and we just got up. It's about 6. Well, it's interesting actually, because there's Portugal and there is Spain. And it's 1 hour difference, but we've been anchored, and every time the boat moves, so the clocks change. So it's really on the time zone. It's really quite interesting. Anyway, we've got about 65 to 69 miles, or 60 miles to 69 miles, depending on whether you ask me, on Milan down to Rota. We'd like to get there before they shut, so hopefully knock a couple of hours off it if we can, and get there at before around about 5. We'll know a bit more and see how we do. Okay, some still photographs now. Other boats anchor just at the entrance of the Guadiana on the starboard side as you come in. Quite a lot of mosquitoes about. They're called clegs, by the way, in the Hebrides. Right, it's the 20th of July, and yeah, Andy's just got a fish. It's 20:05. I'm filming this. It's not fighting that great at the back, but look at the size of it. About half an hour, 40 minutes after the last fish, and we just had another bite, and it's probably another mackerel looking at it. It's coming in quite quick. The 20th of July, then we arrive in Rota, which is the marina opposite from Cadiz. Now, we stayed an extra day, leaving again on the 22nd, I think. Anyway, the first thing you do when you get into a town like Rota, tie up, find the bus routes and everything where you're going to go, and then walk into town where we find something to eat, which is the first thing we tend to go pretty well everywhere we ever go. Rota's not a great place, really. Cadiz is what's beautiful, which you'll see in due course. And there's Dad and son waiting for their food. Uh, 21st, we got up early, made our way over to Cadiz. From Rota to Cadiz, it's about 40 minutes on the bus, but there's a ferry which is not always working. Now, these photographs here of that restaurant is where I stayed with Corrie for several months, and we had breakfast there. But it's in the building to the right. Anyway, this is the main square in Cadiz, and we're now approaching the market, which is good. It's got a lot of food produce, a load of restaurants around it, and of course we had to indulge in something to eat. You can see loads of little stalls and little bars as well, tasting places. Really nice little place to be, really. And here are little elves, elvers I think they're called. And of course that looks out to see where we were going to leave the next day.